It's now time for the number one podcast in iHeartRadio. It's Your House is Key, the podcast that opens the door to your dream home. Hosted by the remarkable Dannel Shepard, he's your trusted guide in the world of real estate. Whether you're buying your first home, selling your current one, or simply curious about the market, this podcast is your one-stop shop for all things real estate. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host and my good friend, Dannel Shepard.
What up, guys? Thank you, as always, for tuning in to the Your House is Key podcast. It's your favorite realtor, Dannel Shepard, with the Lazo Group Re Max Time, and Your House is Key. As always, we're here to unlock the secrets to your next home. Provide you with successful tools and tips and tricks to make sure that you stand out when it's time for you to buy your home. So I'm going to jump right into it. One thing I want to cover, since it's early, let's start talking about good debt versus bad debt, right? So here's the thing. But before we jump into this, I want to break it down, the concept of debt, right? We all know that buying a house is a big financial commitment. I mean, it's a big one, something you definitely want to take your time and walk through slowly. And unless you're likely enough to pay in cash, which, let's be real, most of us aren't, you're going to have some level of debt involved. But not all debt is created equal. So remember that not all debt is created equal. Some can work in your favor and others, well, not so much. Wish I had some good news for you on that one. But here's the thing. Understand the difference between good debt and bad debt is the key when it comes to home ownership. So I'm ready to break this down for you and how it applies to you. Let's start with good debt. Good debt is the type of debt that helps you build wealth over time. So I'm going to repeat that. Good debt is a type of debt that can help you build wealth over time. Now, when you're buying a house, the mortgage loan is a perfect example of good debt. A mortgage is an investment in your future. As long as you make your payments and don't overextend yourself with too high of a loan, you're building what they call equity. And over time, that home could increase in value, boosting your net worth. So equity, increasing volume over time. Now you have increased your net worth. Okay. In addition to good debt, usually comes with lower interest rates. So for example, a fixed mortgage rate often has lower interest rates compared to other types of loans. This means your payment stays stable and it stays predictable. So let's just say that again. Your payment will stay stable and predictable. So if you're taking a mortgage to buy a house, you're making a smart financial decision. And please find smart financial decisions with it. Like keeping your debt to income ratio, also known as DTI, in a check and saving for reasonable down payment. So I want to say that again. Keep your DTI, your debt to income ratio, in check, right? And saving for reasonable down payment. Then, congratulations, you're building good debt. Next one I want to talk about, and especially when I come back after this break, we're going to talk about bad debt, what it is, and how it can harm you when it's time to move forward.
For all your real estate needs, make Dannel Shepard and his dedicated team, the Lazo Group at Remax Time, your favorite go-to experts. With their unmatched expertise and commitment, they'll guide you through the home buying and selling process with confidence and ease. Reach out to them today to get started, and stay tuned for more.
All right. Welcome back again to Your House is Key podcast. We're jumping right into unlocking these secrets to the success of you buying your next home. We're talking about bad debt, all right? Bad debt. This is the kind of debt that does not work for you, all right? It drains your resources, and if you're not careful, it can hold you back from reaching your financial goals. Bad debt, guys, tends to have high interest rates. Think, for instance, your credit cards and payday loans, and the list can continue. The problem with these types of debts, right, And, people say, well, what's the problem with them? Well, here it is. They don't typically add value to your net worth. In fact, they can negatively, right? In fact, I'm going to say it again, can negatively impact your credit score, which also, we all know, is crucial when it's time to apply for a mortgage. So keep that in mind. Here's an example, right? So follow me here. Let's say you're carrying a credit card balance with a high interest rate while trying to save up for your down payment on a home. Well, that credit card debt could cost you hundreds, even thousands of dollars in interest, eating away at your ability to save efficiently. So this is where it becomes important to evaluate your current debt situation before applying for a mortgage. If you have high interest rates, non-productive debt hanging over your head, it might be a good idea to tackle that first. Guys, tackle that first before taking on a mortgage. But here's the thing, your credit score, how lenders evaluate your credit worthiness, plays a huge role in determining the interest rate you get for your mortgage. So how does bad debt affect this? All right, well, let's talk about it. The higher your DTI, remember your debt to income ratio, and the more accounts you have open with high balances, the worse your score will be. A lower credit score could mean higher interest rates or even being denied for a mortgage altogether. So I want to say that to you again. A lower credit score could mean higher interest rates or being denied for a mortgage altogether. That's why it's crucial to get your finances in order and reduce bad debt before you start the house hunting. What to do and how to do it coming up next after this break.
For all your real estate needs, make Dannel Shepard and his dedicated team at the Lazo Group at RE/MAX Time your favorite go-to experts. With their unmatched expertise and commitment, they'll guide you through the home buying and selling process with confidence and ease. Reach out to them today and get started.
Welcome back to the Your House is Key podcast. So far we went over good debt, what it is and how it helps you, bad debt, what it is and how it hurts you. So I want to jump right into what to do, right? So, okay, what do you do if you find yourself with bad debt? Well, here's step one. Tackle the high interest debt first. Pay off your credit cards, pay down loans, and any over revolving debt before focusing on building your savings for a down payment. Try not to take out any new bad debt. If you're looking to buy a house in the near future, now is not the time to rack up more credit card debt. Pay your bills on time. Your payment history makes a significant portion of your credit score. So making sure you're timely with your payments. So there you have it, the 1, 2, 3 punch on what to do. Now, I'm not saying you need to be perfect because we all know we have, life takes its course, right? But the closer you are to a healthy financial situation when applying for a mortgage, the better off you'll be. So listen, good debt, like a mortgage, will work with you to help you build your financial future, while bad debt can drag you down. It all comes down to strategy. Reduce the bad debt, manage the good debt, and you'll be in a much better position to secure your dream home. Here's the thing, guys. Before I wrap up today's episode, I got one last bit of advice for you. Take a moment and assess your debt situation. If you're not sure where you stand, talking to a financial advisor or a mortgage lender can help. And hey, let's be honest, getting your finances in order might take some time, but in the long term, it'll make the entire home buying process much smoother. And if you don't know who to talk to or don't know where to go, you can always reach out to me. And that's what I'm here for. 513-703-0370. Also at drs@yourhouseiskey.com. And guys, that's it for today's episode of the Your House is Key podcast. I hope you found this information helpful as you plan for your next home. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to reach out. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast so you never miss an episode. Like and share the information with your friends and family. Again, 513-703-0370 and DRS at Your House is Key. Until next time, I'm your favorite go-to realtor, Dannel Shepard, in Cincinnati and Northern Kentucky, helping you unlock the doors to your next home.
Thanks for listening to Your House is Key with Dannel Shepard. Each week, Dannel dives into essential tips, insider secrets, and expert advice to help you navigate the exciting journey of home ownership and home selling. From understanding market trends and finding the perfect neighborhood to even securing financing, staging your home, and closing the deal, there's only one guy that gets it done. Dannel Shepard, right here at yourhouseskey.com.